Hi guys, welcome to the chapter 1 of Clean Code Training. In this chapter, we are going to see the definitions by different people who are leader of the software development field. We are going to start with Björn Stroudstra. He is inventor of C++ and the author of the C++ programming language. He says, I like my code to be elegant and efficient. The logic should be straightforward to make it hard for bugs to hide. The dependency is minimal to ease maintenance. Error handling complete according to an articulated strategy. And performance close to optimal so as not to tempt people to make the code messy with unprincipled optimizations. Clean code does one thing well. So what are the important points to this definition? He used word elegant. What does it mean? It means pleasing to read. So people should enjoy reading your code. You have to write it in a way that they enjoy reading it. He used efficiency twice. And we can understand this because he is inventor of C++. The performance and efficiency is very important to him. Tempt, attracted to create more mess. So this is quite logical as well. If you keep your room clean, the people who come to visit your room, they will keep it clean as well. Similarly, if you keep your code clean, the other people who come to edit or make changes to your code, they will keep it clean as well. So it should not be attracted to create more mess. And finally, he says error handling, we should pay attention to details. Next definition we are going to see by Grady Booch. He is author of Object-Oriented Analysis and Design with Applications. He says clean code is simple and direct. Clean code reads like well-written prose. Clean code never obscures the designer's intent, but rather is full of crisp abstractions and straightforward lines of control. So what are the important points of this definition? He says readability. He is emphasizing again on readability. Clean code should read like well-written prose, and it is our responsibility to write a code in a way that it looks like well-written prose. He used the word crisp. What does it mean? Bristly, decisive and matter of fact, without hesitation on unnecessary details. Next definition is by Dave Thomas, Big Dave Thomas. He is founder of OTI, godfather of Eclipse strategy. He says clean code can be read and enhanced by a developer other than its original author. It has unit and acceptance tests. It has meaningful names. It provides one way rather than many ways for doing one thing. It has minimal dependencies which are explicitly defined and provides a clear and minimal API. What are the main points here? Readability. As we see in the last two definitions, focus was on readability, and he is doing same. The second point is enhance. Dave asserts that clean code makes it easy for other people to enhance it, and enhancement is dependent on readability. You can enhance only if your code is readable. The third point is cleanliness to test. As I told you in introduction that we will discuss the importance of unit tests in next few chapters, and he is focusing on this as well. The last point is minimal, and it is used twice. So we see the importance of minimal as well. Next we have Michael Feathers, author of Working Effectively with Legacy Code. He says, I could list all of the qualities that I notice in clean code, but there's one overarching quality that leads to all of them. Clean code always looks like it was written by someone who cares. There's nothing obvious that you can do to make it better. All of those things were thought about by the code's author, and if you try to imagine improvements, you're led back to where you are, sitting in appreciation of the code someone left for you. Code left by someone who cares deeply about the craft. There's only one point here which we have to note, that is care. And this is the intent of this whole course. A very good definition by Ward Cunningham. He is inventor of Wiki, inventor of Fit, co-inventor of extreme programming, motive force behind design patterns, Small talk and object oriented thought leader, the godfather of all those who care about the code. He says, you know you are working on clean code when each routine you read turns out to be pretty much what you expected. You can call it beautiful code when that the code also makes it look like the language was made for it. There's only one point here, which is cool. Pretty much what you expected. Simply, in essence, you read it, nod your head, and then go on to the next topic. There's a famous rule, the Boy Scout rule. It says, leave the campground cleaner than you found it. In development, we can read it like, leave the code cleaner than you found it. For example, if you go to a class and if you see that names of few variables can be improved, then we need to fix it. Similarly, you go to a function and if you see that logic can be optimized or improved, then we need to do it. And that's what these rules say about. And that's all about this chapter 1. Let's move to next chapter, meaningful names.